Deuteronomy chapter 2. We therefore turned back and set out towards the desert by the way leading to the Sea of Reeds, as the Lord had commanded me. And we went around the mountains of Seir for a long time. Then the Lord said to me, "You have been going around these mountains long enough. Now turn and go north. Give this command to the people. You are to pass through the territory of your brothers, the children of Esau, who live in Seir. They will be afraid of you, but be very careful that you do not challenge them to war, because I will not give you even the piece of ground on which you stand. I have given to Esau the mountains of Seir as his possession. Buy food from them with money for your eating and water for your drinking. For the Lord your God has blessed you in all your undertakings. He has been present in your journey through this vast desert. The Lord has been with you for 40 years, and you have never been in want. So we passed through the land of our brothers, the children of Esau, who live in Seir. We left the Arabah road that led to Elath and Ezion-Geber, and we turned round and took the road leading into the desert of Moab. Then the Lord said to me, "Do not harass Moab or challenge them to war, for I will not give you any of the land they possess, because I have given Ar to the children of Lot as their possession." The Emim formerly lived there, a great and numerous people, and tall as the Anakim. And just like the Anakim, they were also known as giants, but the Moabites called them Emim. And the Horites also used to live in Seir formerly, but the children of Esau dispossessed them and exterminated them, and settled in their place, just as Israel did in the land which the Lord gave them as their possession. And now rise up and cross the river Zered. We then crossed the river Zered. We traveled for 38 years from Kadesh Barnea until we crossed the river Zered, until the entire generation of the men old enough to fight had perished from the camp, just as the Lord had sworn they would. For indeed, the hand of the Lord was against them, until he had completely eliminated them from the camp. When finally all those who were old enough to fight had died, the Lord said to me, "Today you will pass through the territory of Moab, facing the city of Ar, and you will meet the Ammonites. Do not attack or defy them, for I will not give you any of the land of the Ammonites, because I have given that land to the children of Lot as their possession." This land was also considered the land of the giants who formerly lived there, and whom the Ammonites called Zam-Zumim. They were a great and numerous people, and tall as the Anakim. But the Lord destroyed them in the presence of the Ammonites, and in their place he made the Ammonites to dwell. He had done the same for the descendants of Esau, who dwell in Seir, by destroying the Horites. The descendants of Esau took possession of their land, and are there to this very day. He dealt in the same manner with the Avim, who lived in the camps as far as Gaza. The Caphtorim, coming from Caphtor, destroyed them and occupied their place. Rise up, break camp, and cross the river Arnon. Look, I have given into your hands Sihon the Amorite, the king of Heshbon and his land. Begin right now to occupy his land and challenge him to war, and I, for my part, will begin to instill among all the peoples under heaven the dread and fear of you. They will tremble and be in utter dread when they hear reports of you. From the desert of Kedemoth I sent messengers to Sihon, the king of Heshbon, with these words of peace: "Let me pass through your land. I will keep strictly to the road, turning aside neither to the right nor to the left. We request you to sell us food for money that we may eat, and give us water for money that we may drink. Only let us pass through, as the children of Esau who live in Seir, and the Moabites who dwell in Ar did for us, until we cross the Jordan and enter the land which the Lord our God is giving us. But Sihon, the king of Heshbon, would not let us pass through his land, for the Lord had made his spirit stubborn and his heart adamant, so that he might give him into your hands, as it remains to this day. And the Lord said to me, Realize that I have begun to give Sihon and his land over to you. Begin conquering his land. Then Sihon came out with all his men to meet us in battle at Jahaz. And the Lord our God gave him over to us, and we defeated him together with his sons and all his people. At that time we captured all their cities and placed them under curse of destruction, killing all their inhabitants, men, women, and children, without leaving one survivor, except the animals which were part of the plunder of the cities you have occupied. From Aroer, the city on the bank of the river Arnon, up to Gilead, there was neither a village nor a town which we could not capture. The Lord our God gave everything over to us. You did not, however, touch the land of the Ammonites, the region of the river Jabbok, and the cities in the hill country, that is, all the places which the Lord our God forbade us to take.